Hi there, my name is Sam from Versus.com and welcome to the new comparison video between Apple's iPhone 11 Pro Max and Huawei's P40 Pro Plus. One would say it's a battle between Apple's operating system iOS and Google's Android, but we want to find out which phone is actually better. Set aside the operating system. At least it's only one part of the whole comparison. So let's start straight away with our review. Let the facts speak. Display. The iPhone 11 Pro Max has a 6.5-inch display with a 2688 x 1242 pixel resolution. It uses an OLED screen to create very natural colors. The 6.5-inch display therefore measures 16.5 cm diagonally with a pixel density of 458 ppi. Since this phone was released in 2019, it doesn't have the 2020 must-have of a 120Hz refresh rate. The P40 Pro Plus has a 6.58-inch display with a 1200p resolution. The very accurate colors are created by an OLED screen. The 6.58-inch display therefore measures 16.7 cm diagonally with a pixel density of 441 ppi. The Huawei P40 Pro Plus has a refresh rate of 90 Hz. The displays on both phones are almost the same size, but even though the iPhone has a slightly smaller screen, its resolution and pixel density is higher than that of the P40 Pro Plus. We didn't like Huawei's very round corners. We think it made the screen look kinda weird. With 90 Hz it has a higher refresh rate though. Overall we have to call it a draw. Both phones have their pros and cons, so we give both phones a point in this comparison. Performance. The iPhone 11 Pro Max is equipped with Apple's latest A13 Bionic chip that comes with a 2x 2.65 GHz and a 4x 1.8 GHz capacity. The phone has 4 GB RAM and the individual models offer different storage capacities. 64, 256 and 512 GB are available. Storage capacity unfortunately cannot be expanded as it is typical for Apple iPhone devices. The Huawei P40 Pro Plus has 512 GB internal storage capacity and is equipped with its in-house produced Huawei Kirin 990 5G chip with 2x 2.86 GHz and 2x 2.36 GHz and 4x 1.95 GHz and has 8 GB RAM. The storage capacity can be expanded by up to 256 GB. The Huawei specs say that it should win in this category, but as we know, Apple's control over software and hardware can easily crash the results. Let's find out if that's really the case with the AnTuTu benchmark tests. The tests are divided into 3 phases. A performance test of the RAM, a test of how the device is handling 2-dimensional graphics, and an endurance test of how the device is handling 3D graphics. The benchmark tests decide that the iPhone took the lead in this comparison. The point therefore goes to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Camera. Okay, let's talk camera. The P40 Pro Plus has 5 main cameras. The Ultra Wide with 40 megapixel, the Ultra Vision with 50 megapixel, 2 telephoto with 3 and 10-fold optical zoom and 8 megapixel each, and a 3D vision camera. You can find 2 front cameras in the upper left corner of the screen. The first one has a 32 megapixel resolution and the other one is an IR depth vision camera. The Huawei P40 Pro Plus camera system was co-engineered with Leica and it's a beast when it comes to taking good pictures. It also records 4K videos at a maximum of 60 frames per second. It also has image stabilization for video. The iPhone 11 Pro Max has 3 main cameras. All 3 cameras have a resolution of 12 megapixel. The front camera's resolution is 12 megapixel. The iPhone 11 Pro Max records 4K videos at a maximum of 60 frames per second. It also has image stabilization for video. So much for the specs. Let's check out which camera system actually takes the best pictures. The comparison of the camera system made it clear. The Huawei system is top-notch. Both phones took really sharp and great pictures. But we gotta say that Huawei's camera system is outstanding. It definitely took better photos than the iPhone 11 Pro Max. The P40 Pro Plus has a 3-fold and a 10-fold optical and a 100-fold digital zoom feature. The iPhone has a 2-fold optical and a 10-fold digital zoom feature. A 100-fold zoom is a fun feature, though it is kind of useless when the result doesn't add up. Huawei's slow motion feature is incredible, up to 960 frames in Full HD and up to 7680 frames per second in HD. This is insane. The iPhone, on the other hand, only supports slow motion videos with 240 frames per second in Full HD. The iPhone's camera is one of our favorites, but what Huawei did with their device is incredible. The P40 Pro Plus easily wins this point. Huawei and Leica co-engineered a superb camera system. I would say the best camera system we tested so far. Design. The iPhone 11 Pro Max with Apple's signature glossy and matte finish has a very high-end look and feel to it. The triple cameras are well positioned on the upper left corner on the back of the phone. The smartphone weighs 226 grams and it's roughly 15.8 cm long, 7.78 cm wide and 0.81 cm deep. It has Apple's Lightning connector and is IP68 rated, so it's water and dust resistant. The iPhone uses the face recognition technology to unlock the phone. The Face ID works perfect at daylight and also good in a weak light environment. The Huawei P40 Pro Plus has a clean design with a glossy finish. The 5-camera system is well positioned on the upper left corner on the back of the phone. The camera bump is pretty big and it sticks out a lot. The smartphone weighs 209 grams, it's roughly 15.82 cm long, 7.26 cm wide and 0.89 cm deep. It has a USB-C connector and thanks to an IP68 rating, it's water and dust resistant. The P40 Pro Plus uses face recognition technology and a fingerprint scanner which is built into the screen to unlock the phone. The face recognition technology works perfect at daylight and also good in a weak light environment. Once again, the iPhone took the lead in this category. One could say that we are Apple fanboys, but we should think there's no phone out there at the moment which can keep up with the design and quality of the iPhone. We try to be very objective, but for instance, we didn't like the very round corners of the P40 Pro Plus screen and its very big camera bump. Even though the cameras are really good, which maybe justifies the bump, we still think the whole concept of the iPhone is better. What do you think? Do you prefer Huawei's design or that of the iPhone? Be sure to post what you think in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinion. Battery. The iPhone, when fully charged, has 3,969 mAh. On the other hand, the P40 Pro Plus, when fully charged, has 4,200 mAh and supports reverse charging. So, the P40 Pro Plus has a slightly bigger battery, but does it last longer than the iPhone? That's what we are going to find out in our day-to-day usage test. The slightly bigger battery didn't help the P40 Pro Plus to last longer. Even though it supports reverse charging, a longer lasting battery in this case is more important. This point therefore goes to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Still, both phones got through a whole day without any problems. Conclusion. Okay, let's find out which phone had the best results. Let's go through all the categories and count the points. In terms of display, we called it a draw, because both phones had their pros and cons, and neither really stood out. The P40 Pro Plus easily scores a point for the best camera system. The iPhone took the lead in terms of performance and design. And the final point for the battery life also goes to Apple's iPhone 11 Pro Max. The iPhone is therefore the winner of this comparison. It wins 3 out of 5 categories. But one more thing we want you to consider before buying the Huawei P40 Pro Plus. Due to the not existing Google Play Store, it is really nerve-wracking to install apps that you usually use on your smartphone. Therefore, we wouldn't recommend buying this phone at this moment. If you'd like to see more than these 5 categories, feel free to follow the link here to our website to see the full comparison. You can compare up to 7 different smartphones at versus.com. But before you do that, please post your comments and let us know which phone you think ranks first. If you liked our video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Take care and see you soon.